Good morning everyone and welcome to the Two-Headed Wolf game channel as we are about to throw ourselves at war for the Emperor in Warhammer 40k Darktide. If you've never seen this game before, it is like Vermintide or Left 4 Dead or World War Z. And if you've never seen those games before, it is a 4-man co-op game where you are thrown into a mission trying to complete an objective, and along the way you'll be fighting thousands upon thousands of enemies. Some of them will be tougher, some of them will be trickier. They will try to split your team up and incapacitate you, thus weakening you in the long run. If you are the type of player who just likes to rush into a mission, think that they can take the whole world upon themselves and not care about their teammates, trust me when I say that sooner or later you'll be taken down and you'll need your teammates to rescue you. And thus it encourages a in a very indirect way, teamwork. And I love about this game. I do love the rush, the fast pace of the game. There's a lot of gore as well, just as a note of warning. And right now I am playing in the pre-order beta testing. The full release will be on the 30th of November, and I have more than 40 hours by myself into this game. I love it this much. And thus today I want to present it to you for the next 3 days until the release date, which will be 3 days. I will be showing you gameplay with my zealot at maximum level. That's because I didn't want to spoil the progression of the game to you. If you want to pick it up for yourself during the release day, then you can do that. Right now you can pre-order it and play the beta for yourself. However, have in mind that they are adding features, let's say one by one, and testing them out and waiting for feedback from the players. There's also, they're testing their servers, preparing them for the release date, so at times they might be a bit unstable, but they've been doing a lot of work on this side and I haven't had problems in the last few days, which is really great to see. Hopefully they'll have a beautiful release and we'll be able to all enjoy this experience together. So while this happens, while this pre-order happens, we'll just be playing the Zealot at level 30, and I'm gonna show you the action. I'll have an annotation, I'll try to put down an annotation in the bar if you want to jump straight into the action, but I'm gonna speak a bit more, just trying to present some of the basic information of this game, and the class, and the equipment and all that. So if you wanna find out more, just continue through. If not, skip to the action. Here is the character. There are 4 types of classes within this game. There is a gunner. There is someone who uses a lot of guns, shoots from a distance, has access to plenty of ranged weapons and skills that help the ranged weapon gameplay. Then there's the Psyker. If you don't know about the Warhammer 40k lore, very broadly speaking, he is a magician within this world. But it's very broadly. It's a lot more complicated than that, it's a lot more complex. If you want to find out more, look for the lore. You can find plenty of channels on YouTube that talk about them, or you can play other Warhammer 40k games and you'll find out more about them. It's a really fun class to play, it's complex, and yeah, it's fun. Then there's the Ogre or the Ogryn. They're like ogre-like humanoids, very big, very tanky. They wield like these huge weapons, do a lot of damage. It's really a fun class to play. The downside is that they're so big that they'll be soaking up a lot of the bullets, especially if they're sitting in front of you. And finally, there's the Zealot. This is the class that I love the most, or the style of class that I love the most. They rush into combat, they're really good at taking down big targets, like they're really good in melee, so to speak, and they're very agile, thus being able to move around the battlefield quite quickly, and yeah, we're gonna have fun with them. Every class has a primary weapon and a secondary weapon, primary being the melee weapon, secondary being the ranged weapon, more or less. And there are plenty of choices. Right now I have only these 4 weapons because the rest of them I sold. There are swords, there are power swords, there are also like knives, and I'm sure they'll be adding a few other weapons later on, probably. But there's a huge selection of each type of weapon. There are differences, for example, between the combat axe and the tactical axe. Each of these weapons has their own style of how they attack, like the way that they move, which makes them better maybe at crowd control or makes them better at taking down heavy targets. Let me give you a note right now and tell you that there is no perfect weapon. I would personally say that you shouldn't listen to the advice that this is the best weapon for this class. It really is. There are people who really love to play the Thunder Hammer. For me personally, I don't really. I do prefer to play with the combat axe above all else, just because somehow I feel like I get the most rush out of playing these weapons. But all of the other weapons can do a job. You just have to pick the weapon that it feels best to you and learn how to play that weapon in every situation. So if you take a sword that is really good at crowd control, at taking down plenty of the weaker enemies, there is a way in which you can take down tougher enemies. You just have to find each special attack that helps you with that. Of course, it might not have the same advantage as this axe with armor piercing, but that means that this axe is not as great as cutting through multiple enemies as the sword. So there are advantages and disadvantages, but all weapons can do all jobs. Pick the one you like and learn how to play it properly. And then we have a secondary weapon. There are plenty of secondary weapons here as well. I do like to have a heavy pistol because it gives me range and I can take down some of the snipers or the long range targets with a reliable weapon. I also have a flamer. Flamers are really good, as you can imagine, at taking down crowds of enemies. However, the flamer does not have the range to reach snipers or targets that could shoot at you from afar. However, it is fine to have a role in your team and have the other teammates cover you, support you, like you'll be doing a lot of this. Then there are the Curios. The Curios will just offer you like extra health and extra stats that you'll be using to create your very own build, if I can call it that. Finally, every class has their own feats. For example, this at the top, I have Stun Grenade with my class. I have the Emperor's Wheel, which increases toughness to the entire party, toughness damage reduction by 7%. I have an ability called Chastise the Wicked, where you rush, you get this speed boost to rush towards an enemy. I will be replenishing 50% of the toughness when doing that, and also have the damage increased by 25% in the next melee hit, making it a guaranteed critical hit. So this is one way in which you rush towards a tougher enemy in order to take them down. You are pretty much the one trying to take down some of the stronger enemies before the other classes get attacked or get put at a disadvantage. You'll see how this works in the battle. There's also other stats like increased melee attack, and I'm not just gonna go today through all of them. We'll discover them more later on the 30th of November. Just know that these things at the bottom here, they unlock every 5 levels, so there is a reason why you'll want to grind out a class, and you'll be able to pick between 3 abilities, trying to make yourself a build that works well for yourself. For example, over here I picked Fury of the Faithful, 20% extra attack speed for 5 seconds when we use Chastise the Wicked. So I rush into the battle, I get all of these bonuses, and an extra attack speed, because I'm thinking, okay, I'm jumping into the battle and I want to take down the bigger target and I want to do it very quickly. So this is what I was thinking when I picked this ability. But I could change it to the others. For example, we could have 2 charges, meaning that we could rush to an enemy, take it down, and then rush again to another enemy to take it down before the cooldown starts. Or we could go the other way with Invocation of Death. Melee crits hits reduce the cooldown of Chastise the Wicked by 1.5 seconds. So if you think you have a really good critical strike type of build, you can go with this ability and thus you'll be getting more out of it. Finally, there's cosmetics, Weapons and weapon skins and armor skins here, they're just skins. They're just cosmetics. They don't have any kind of advantage or disadvantage to them. You can see that I have unlocked a few of them. You can even buy some with in-game currency. But the cool thing about this is that you'll be getting them. You'll unlock a lot of these weapon skins and armor skins by doing achievements. For example, in order to get the armor that I have on me right now, I had to complete a mission on Malice Threat that is middle difficulty or higher without firing a shot. So I had to play a level just using my grenades and using my melee combat. It's really cool on one side to get up close and personal and try to make it work like that, but you also put your hope into your teammates that they'll be doing the range combat and try to take down the targets that are problematic to you. You do not want to rush into melee when there's a machine gun in front of you, right? So there are things like that. Plenty of achievements that seem a lot of fun. They are sort of a challenge. They do have their very own challenges, but the armors look cool as well. So it made me grind out a lot just to try to unlock some of these. And I'm hoping that they'll be interesting for you as well. As I said, if not, you can buy some with in-game currency, some of the skins. You'll discover the rest of the game for yourself. And that is pretty much it. I'll be getting now into a mission. You have missions that keep rolling across the map. You can also click quick play if you don't really want to pick a mission, especially you want something random. You can just do that. I will be playing on the middle difficulty here, and let's see what types of missions should we be getting. Now this is a type of mission that I haven't done. This just appeared. So let us try this mission together. There's also Endless Horde, meaning that Reckon indicates high enemy concentration in the mission zone along with higher proportion of specialists. Expect higher intensity engagement. So there's a lot of specialized enemies that you will have to take down. There's also Disruption. The mission is called Disruption. Heretics have seized a complex up in one of the spires and are using it to broadcast propaganda. Shut it down. Cool. We'll experience this for the very first time together. I'll just hit play here. If there aren't any players to put you together into this strike team, you'll be getting some bots to help you, and they'll get replaced by other players as you play. Whew. I'm super exciting and there's plenty to talk about. Yeah, we'll just hit ready. You'll see that there's a lot of banter between the characters. When you create a character, you pick a personality, and depending on that personality, they will respond in one way or another.
Broadcasting some kind of mind-altering signal from a complex. Rannick says the signal is feeding the heresy on a spiritual level. Whatever that means, it's bad. Enemy action means you've got a ways to walk before you get there. When you do, shut it down.
At times between this mission, you'll see that there's a lot of, there are a lot of enemies. This is going to be very intensive, given that we have endless hordes.
Anyone else noticed how the air's different up here?
Not really, my thing. Air doesn't taste right unless it's full of steam.
When hope is lost, dust is all that remains.
You can see that one of the bots has already been replaced. I'm just gonna wait for my teammate. You don't really want to rush ahead without support.
Trust to the beneficent Emperor!
Trust to the beneficent Emperor! Yeah, I am a zealot. I am pretty much someone who's very loyal to the Emperor and stuff. So personalities clash with each other. It's really interesting how they have their conversation, and people will be talking about this. They will go back and forth. Whenever you see ammo, for example, the player who has the least amount of ammo will get noted. So you are going to say something, hey Zealot, There's some ammo here, if you are the one with the least ammo. It's very interesting how they made this to help teamwork without you having to have a mic and talk about it. Let's see. That was the rush ability there, and when you get up close and personal to melee, to ranged characters, they will be forced into melee. Here is one of the dogs. The hounds push you down to the ground and they're gonna start to bite you, and you need another player to save you. That's why I'm saying that teamwork is very important in this game. Okay, we've got a lot of characters now. We have 4 people into our team instead of the bots. Love this type of gameplay and the rush that you get from it. You can put marks on the enemy if you spot like tough enemies. Put marks on them just so your teammates know who's around and what they're doing. You'll have a lot of audio cues to the type of enemies that are around here. Yeah, do not worry too much about this kind of craziness that happens here. This is how the game is played. You'll have a lot of these moments. Let me throw a grenade here. And let's see if I can get him out. Ah! I got captured as well. There's a trapper here. I was trying to revive that teammate. Now I need rescuing as well. Yeah, this mission started really crazy with the hordes. But as long as you have good teammates around you, you'll be fine. Just try not to create too many problems. It is a bit difficult, so I am sorry if the way I talk is not as clear as in other series that I'm doing. But this game gets me really excited, and at the same time, because it is so intense, so action-packed, I am not used to doing the video and also like talking and also trying to figure out and think in these high intensive action moments. I don't know if that made sense by itself. So anyway, okay, we have a healing station here. Time to heal up. In the bottom left of the screen you see the health. The blue bar is toughness. Now toughness you get back quicker if you fight in melee. That is regenerating by itself, the toughness. It is a way to protect you temporarily against damage. In the white bars, they are your health bar. When that goes down, you are taken down and you need reviving by your teammates, okay? More tougher enemies here. Let's see if we can take some of them down with a pistol. Good, that's one down. There's a flamer behind us. And this chaotic type of environment is mostly because we went with the endless horde modifier. If you go in a more normal mode, you will have a more relaxing time. But who cares about relaxing time? We're here to fight. Okay. Okay, the hound is down. Someone has been taken down. He rushed ahead for too much. That's why this happened. But then again, so did I earlier.
Courage, pilgrims. All is according to the beneficent Emperor's plan.
Prayers kept me intact all these years. Don't knock what works.
I will remember you. To him in my prayers.
Heretics don't care if you
loyal, not if there's godly favour in the balance.
Yeah, the sound is great in this game.
You need to group up.
And even when you are getting hordes, which is like this really huge amount of enemies going towards you, there's music in the background, like some sort of techno mixed with hymns. You'll see, it's really cool, it works really well together. They're really doing a good job to respect the lore of Warhammer, for what I can tell. I'm not a master at it, but it does feel like everything works together here. Ooh, there's a sniper. Snipers have really high damage, and generally speaking you only have a second. He got taken down up there. There's no way to rescue him because we cannot get up to him. So it's unfortunate that he didn't jump down when he should have. But we'll be able to rescue him a bit later. There's some sort of a trapper here, and I have to look for him before he captures one of us. Or another one of us. I threw there a stun grenade, just trying to rescue our teammate. Okay, the sniper is still around here. I'm gonna try to take him down with the pistol here. Oof! Yeah, that was a lot of damage. Okay, I dodged that bullet. So let's go down here. Come on. Where is the sniper? I don't see him anymore. Was he taken down, or do we need to find him? Okay. I don't see him anymore. Let's pick up the ammo. Today I'm gonna talk a bit more, try to talk a bit more than in other episodes. Okay, managed to take down the hound there before it attacked us. What do we need to do here? Guess we need to activate this. Plenty of enemies around. Okay, what do I do now? Guess we have to pick these power cells and put them. Good. Where are the other teammates? They're a bit annoying if they're not gonna help here, but it is the first time that this map came about, so I'm thinking that everybody is trying to figure it out.
If I die here, I'll haunt you forever.
Oh, can you not never?
Let me support you.
Get this fucking thing off me!
There's another hound here. And yeah, this is the amount of chaos that happens in this game. I'm gonna try to mow these guys down. What I'm doing is I'm pushing them back, like I'm holding the right click for guard.
Kill it!
He needs rescuing, let's rescue him. Sometimes you get them nearby you depending on where the mission is, or sometimes you get them further ahead if there's no objective nearby. It's really well placed. Sometimes it's really challenging to save your teammate, but it's basically, you know, just trying not to make it too complicated when you have an objective right near you.
Aspire to such virtue.
Let me throw a med pack here because everybody is low on health. Yeah, this map is very interesting. I've never seen, at least not lately, I've never seen a map that is so open with so many places from which the enemy can come from. Let's take down this shotgunner. Okay. The enemies keep coming, so we'll have to play the objective now because we're just taking attrition. You heard the hound, the howl? It means that the hound is coming around. As you can see, and it's in this type of encounters that I forget to breathe properly, because it really feels, especially towards the end, there are missions where you are doing your objective and you're just waiting to escape. And you get rushed by hordes of enemies and you're trying to survive to make it through. Okay, now we have access to the ventilation system here, we need to move out. Oof, there's a trapper. And this is the cool thing about it, like if you're just listening around, you realize that you could hear most of the enemies before they join you, or before they reach you, not necessarily join you. Let's see. Okay.
Quite literally a great many skeletons in cupboards, no doubt.
He will come to learn that his birthrights cannot save him now.
Transmitter should be in sight soon. That's where you're going.
Sighting it! Perhaps I have misjudged your skill.
Okay, let's force these enemies in melee wherever we can. When you see the camera shake, it means that we are suppressed. It's not too scary as an idea. I mean, it's more scary actually than damaging. The point is, if you are out of cover and the enemy is shooting at you, you'll get that camera shake, making it a bit more difficult to target them. Now I try to mark the enemy, because I want my teammates to help me with that. That guy has like this huge shield. You can see that I am fairly tough in melee. Like I can handle pretty much a crowd by myself. Not perfectly, but with a bit more skill. If I get better at the game, I'll be able to handle a lot more targets. It's a lot better than fighting with the Psyker. The Psyker is a lot squishier in melee, but very strong at a distance, so you'll have to pay to your strengths. There's a guy who's gonna explode, like right there. I hear another trapper. Where is the trapper? Also a grenade thrower. I'm gonna try to take him out. No. Cool. Oof. Took some fire damage there, which is really... Fire is really bad for you because it removes your toughness, just getting through your health very quickly. Maybe I'll just go down here. Let's see, some ammo, some grenades, good. In the bottom left you can also see the ammo status of all the other warriors. The level design is also great because there are multiple ways to reach your target, so to speak. Oof. There's also a machine gunner right nearby us. An all-green machine gunner. So let's see. I went a bit too far. And you can see that there were two hounds. One is on me right now and there's another one back there. Yeah, I made a mistake here just.
Psyker, you are wasting time.
Thank you.
Got all to pieces.
I think people are slower because they want to seize the grimoires. Grimoires are like this type of books which, when collected, I just not going to go into the lore, but they're a type of books and they will reduce your maximum health if you carry them, but you'll get some bonuses at the end if you manage to collect all of them and take them to the end. So it's a bit of a challenge, so to speak. Okay. Let's try to take them out from a distance.
This place has passed beyond the Emperor's light.
Come. There we go.
Ammunition. About time. No more tough flavor.
Mutant!
Okay, the mutant is dead. The axe is really amazing as a weapon. I do love it. This kind of tactical... Is it tactical axe? I think it's what it's called. It's really good at armor piercing. I mean, it does damage to even the heaviest of targets. It has the power to do some sort of crowd control. It's not perfect for it, but it can do a lot. And I feel like this is the perfect weapon to rush into battle and try to flank enemies. I should be doing a bit more dodging. Trying to take down that grenade before it fires.
I see a sharpshooter!
Oof. Let's try to mark the sharpshooter.
Truly, you are an agent of death.
No, need a different plan here. Because people are looking for grimoires and we're not really focusing on this, on the hordes of enemies, which, you know, there's a plus and a minus. Another hound is coming around. Okay, the Psyker took care of him. Let's see, we need ammo, so
Ammo crate.
let's take it. The ammo crates will provide ammunition for 4 people, like full ammunition. Can be very useful.
Grendel's practically leaving the whole show to him.
One thing is
I'm gonna wait for
certain.
Daphne
Panic
before
fate
opening
is
the door.
bound to that of this world, for good or ill. Kill that bastard!
Almost captured him, huh? And there was a sniper there as well.
The demon is contained in this area.
It goes where the heretics go.
You can see the trinket on the axe. That is something that I got from an achievement. I have these multiple attacks, like if you click and hold, like you're doing like this kind of heavy attack, it's really good against armored enemies. Especially if you don't have a weapon that is good against armored enemies, like a sword. Ooh. Yeah, this is a creature. We're fighting against humans in a ways. They're corrupted by a dark god. There are 4 dark gods within this universe at this point.
Judgment is delivered.
And this one is Nurgle. Nurgle is like a god of disease and stuff. I'm not sure how to believe it. He tempts people by promising them in a way immortality? Not sure if I'm saying that right. Okay, one of them got captured. Let me take down the trapper first of all. Come on. Need a better pistol. Cool. We saved him. Let's continue forward here. Play the objective as much as we can. Oof, more enemies. Hear the music in the background?
Judgment is delivered.
Okay.
I am your doom.
Oof. We really took that to the face, that explosion.
Only trying to help, veteran. The bowels of all explode!
Cool. Let's continue forward here. Access bridge. Okay, so we're waiting for the bridges to be restored. And I'm guessing we're gonna get rushed here by enemies. Yep. Whenever you have to wait for something, expect to be rushed. And listen to the music in the background.
Rest in his.
What are you waiting for? Get that bridge moving.
Time for the next bridge. I'm just gonna... Oh. Apparently we have to activate it from a different place. Attack, attack, let's push back. Attack, attack, push back.
I am called to judgment. The Psyker bears watching. To arms! A blaster!
Okay, there's a buster. Let's see. Oof. Fire starter here. Took him down.
Your suffering is a pale reflection of the Empress.
Cool. Managed to pick him up. Another fire starter, but we took him down. Yeah, it is crazy what's happening here.
Your thanks are not required.
It seems like Yesser needs rescuing there.
Your wounds have delayed us long enough.
I'm gonna try to heal.
Blaster! Keep it in a distance! I am judgment! Efficient Psyker!
I'm gonna try to play a bit more of the objective here. Having a lot of hordes is difficult, but you'll be getting a bit more out of the mission by doing so, both credits and experience and all that. So you wanna, there is a reason why you wanna do it. Okay, this guy is spread.
There is no forgiveness!
Let's see, is Ash trying to rescue Yesir Seems like that is the case. Yeah. Okay. Oof. I think I've heard two trappers somewhere. Ooh. We're getting rushed by plenty of high-level enemies. But it seems to be expected, I guess, in this difficulty. However, a bit more teamwork would have helped here, like to have four of the players together. My only problem right now is that I go ahead. Yeah. Liko is under us. I thought that maybe he would be able to rescue. Yes, sir. It's a bit tough to know. He's trying to rescue him, but I'm not sure that he's gonna be able to without support. Yeah. Okay, now we are down. Being down means that you'll need rescuing later on. Like it was for Yes, sir. Hopefully we'll do a bit better afterwards. Yeah, so here we are. The camera is spamming out there. Okay. Perfect. Now at least we're all together and we're gonna rush forward together. Cool. Let's keep going forward here. Let's make sure that we are helping everyone. Come on, big guy, let's go. And that is an ogre. If you don't know exactly why he's here, it's because one of the players exited, so it was replaced by a bot, and then someone else jumped in with the character. I'm not sure if it's the same guy, but picked a different class to jump into the battle or what.
Never you mind. It ain't good to be asking questions like that.
Come on. Cool. Let's go. Purge the demonic growth, so that's what we're doing here. Let's open whatever this is. Data relay activate, sure. He's down. And you can see everybody screaming, like when there's a sniper you hear a sniper, when there's a hound being heard or spotted you hear that. There's a lot. You just have to listen and pay attention while also killing thousands of enemies. Let's get here. Continue activating the relay station. Just look at this.
You're not wrong. Best not to think about it.
Time to go to the next objective to activate. Realign the transmitter. Okay, so that's what we're doing now. For a while, let's just wait and take care of the enemies around us. Someone is saving. Okay, they're okay. So now I can realign the relay.
Your judgment is at hand, mutant!
There we go. Reach the extraction point. Where is the explodey guy? Nice. So that was the mission. Crazy, a lot of action, a lot to do, a lot of moments when we got taken down, but we managed to win it. We succeeded in this. And I've got myself a bunch of achievements with it, unlocking like new things. Let's say a GG to our team. You can see at the end of the mission, like you get experience, you get the cash and different resources that you'll be using for crafting. And I will show you like from the achievements what I got and what I'm going to receive from it, like the equipment and all that. And with that we call it an episode. Here we are. So this is after a mission where we can take a look at the penances and it shows us what you've achieved recently, right? Almost done. It's how close I am. You can see I almost killed 40,000 enemies throughout my playthroughs. Kill 90 enemies in 30 seconds. Almost had that. Block 900 damage in 10 seconds. Okay. And I've got the Sainted Path, completed the following penances as the Preacher and got a helmet. As a Preacher, complete at least one mission of each type and complete each mission type on Sedition Threat or higher. So at this point we can go to Operative, we can go to Cosmetics, we can take a look at the frames. So we've achieved this for doing every type of mission with the Preacher. And this one is, I don't know for how many missions or whatever that was. Yeah, let's go with this portrait. It don't do much, it's just for yourself. And I have a helmet here. A bit of a weird one, if I do say so myself. Cowl of the Shamed. But if I want to look like this, then, well, I have it. There we go. So this is just the beginning of this game. There's a lot more to do here. You have like these types of weekly missions that you'll be receiving. You have contracts that you pick up every week, and if you do these missions you'll also get 1,000 extra. This is like secondary currency. I am guessing that this will be the type of currency that maybe you can buy, but it doesn't seem so. I feel like this currency is more to encourage players to play, get this type of currency that they could use for more better weapons, I guess, but it's very random what you can get here. They do re-roll the market, the shop re-rolls every once in a while, so you can check out and work towards a goal here, or you can get yourself a mystery acquisition, which is like a random loot box that you could keep re-rolling, but it's much cheaper. This one costs 200, or you can go for something that you know and it will cost a lot more. There's crafting within the game. Right now only one of the steps in crafting has been introduced. It's Consecrate. What Consecrate does is it takes a weapon that you like, and it increases its rarity, thus increasing its stats and also adding new perks to the weapon, making it a bit more special. I can already do this, but I haven't decided on what weapons I'm going to use, so I'm trying to gather out some of the resources before I make them of higher quality. But you can do that if you find a weapon that you think that it works for you. And finally, you have the shop. You can buy, as I said, plenty of weapon types that you could use and figure out whether you like them or not. You have different cosmetics that you could buy with in-game currency. You don't have to buy premium currency or anything. I am guessing that there's going to be some kind of real-life money shop within the game, but it's mostly for cosmetics. I haven't seen anything that would improve the gameplay so far in the other games, at least not from what I remember. But I'm not really a big spender on you know, premium currency or things like that either, so I guess that's pretty much it for this first episode. It was, you know, hopefully an interesting one for you. I love this game. I'm gonna bring you more content from Warhammer 40k Darktide, and on the 30th of November we will start with a new character and grind it out to a hard level, and hopefully you'll enjoy it as much as I do. For now, I thank you very much for watching, and I wish you all to have a wonderful day.